Bonjour à tous, bienvenue dans cette nouvelle vidéo. Comme vous pouvez le voir, je suis avec Benjamin Arabov. Donc on va commencer justement par parler de son parcours, de sa passion aussi. Quand est-ce que tu as commencé à te passionner pour les montres?
So, when did I start getting passion for watchmaking? My father's been in the business his whole career for 40 years now, and as gifts, when my brother and I were young, he would give us watches as gifts. He would give us G-Shocks, and every year we would get a different color or a different model. And even though we were little kids, the G-Shocks were like big watches, so we would wear them, and it grew to curiosity and interest, starting with the G-Shocks when we were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old.
Ok. Quelle était ta toute première montre, Jacob?
It was the 5 time zone watch.
Ok.
Yeah, it was 5 time zone watch. I think I got it as a gift from my bar mitzvah.
Ok. Tu es maintenant CEO. Pourquoi être devenu CEO?
I started working for the family business when I was 19 years old. It was like I was in college, so I was working part-time, helping out, but I wasn't bringing value into the business. I wasn't bringing knowledge. I wasn't bringing experience, and I knew that if I was going to come into the family business, that I wanted to bring that value. So I told my father that I'm going to leave. I don't know for how long. It could be 3 months, it could be a year, it could be 10 years. I started working for a marketing agency because my passion was in marketing since I was a kid. And then I started my own business. I was running my own business for 7 years. And the timing was right. My business was at a level where it didn't need me on a daily basis, and also Jacob really needed the support. The idea was for me to come in, step in as CEO, and relieve him, remove him from responsibilities that he's not passionate about or not the best at. As entrepreneurs or as anybody, that everybody has their own skills, for what they're good at, what they're not good at. Jacob's skills is sales, design, creativity, production, kind of that side of the business, and I took over the marketing and operations side of the business. So that was the goal.
Okay. Do you have the perspective for the French market?
We have perspective. Our French market is not as developed as other markets like Saudi Arabia or Dubai or some of our other strong markets like Mexico and the United States. We are expanding our partnership with Arij.
Oui.
So we had a great meeting with them here yesterday. So we're looking forward to expanding in Paris and in other key places in France.
Ok. Est-ce qu'il compte ouvrir d'autres points de vente?
So Monaco is definitely interesting, definitely our type of level of clientele when we look at super luxury. So we're looking to do something in Monaco, definitely looking to do something in Paris, and then those are kind of like the two key areas that we're focusing on right now.
Ok. Vous allez démarrer avec des montres à quartz. Pourquoi avoir fait cette transition vers des montres à complications?
Yeah, so Jacob started the brand with the vision of creating product that was different from our competition. First started with jewelry, and then his passion shifted to watches. So even the jewelry that he was creating, he wasn't creating like simple tennis bracelets or simple engagement rings. He was creating pieces of jewelry that would get attention if somebody would see them. That's always been his passion and his vision when it comes to creating products. Now, shifting towards watches, he created the 5 time zone, which was quartz based, but his vision was to create the most popular fashion watch on the market. So it was less about complication and more about fashion. And it did become, at a time, one of the most sought after fashion forward timepieces on the market for many years. And then his passion changed again to create, to stay on the same path of doing something that's never been done before, but super complication. And that started with the Quinton back in 2006, the 31-day power reserve with the vertical tourbillon, something that's never been done before, and truly ahead of its time. And really since then, you know, going back 17 years, we continue that mission and that passion to push innovation and to create things that have never been done before.
Ok. Comment est venue l'idée de l'astronomia?
So how did the idea of the astronomia come? So Jacob has a curiosity and an interest on creating products with something with components that are moving, right? In a sense, when there's components of a watch that are moving inside of a watch, besides the second indicator, which has been around for whatever hundreds of years, it's like you're experiencing a different watch every time you look at it.
Okay.
So the astronomia was the basis of the idea was to create a movement that's floating in space, sort of like a spaceship. And every time you look at the watch, you're experiencing a different position of the movement. And that has been kind of like the basis of the whole Astronomia collection, leading up to the Astronomia Revolution collection, which is turning 360 in 1 minute.
Quand l'astronomia est apparue sur le marché, elle a fait énormément parler. Est-ce que vous en avez beaucoup vendu la première année?
I wasn't around, you know, when we launched the Astronomia collection. You know, it was launched in 2016, and in 2016, even though it was just an incredible piece for its time, and even still today, the company was very young when it comes to being a brand that produces high complication pieces. So there were people who looked at it and said, "Oh my God, I love this piece, beautiful design, innovation," and they purchased it. And then there was another side that said, "Okay, let me see how this brand develops. Let me see what direction this brand could go into," and then bought it years after because they saw how well we're developing as a brand.
Ok. Quelle est la perspective de la marque dans 10 ans?
You know, what I think Jacob did very well for years now is that he's created his own path, his own DNA.
Okay.
And our goal is to continue driving on that DNA when it comes to innovation and pushing the boundaries of watchmaking when it comes to high complications. So with that in mind, our goals in the next 10 years is to become the top 5 watch brands in the world.
Okay.
And I think we will.
Est-ce que tu contribues justement à créer tout ce qui est design au niveau des prochains modèles?
Yeah, so a really exciting part of the job is that I'm able to co-design timepieces with Jacob. Since I started 2 years ago, we worked on several projects together where we sit in a room, we brainstorm, we go back and forth and design based on what we think is best for the market and for the timepiece. So really excited to continue to collaborate with Jacob, who is just a creative genius.
Ok. Mais quelle est ta pièce préférée au sein de la collection Jacob&co actuelle? Tu hésites entre quelle pièce?
What is your hesitation?
For me, it's Astronomia.
Astronomia?
Yes, because the complication is wow, it's so incredible.
I would say my current favorite one is the Astronomia Solar. The casino watch.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it's so beautiful. Merci, Benjamin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Dites-nous ce que vous pensez de la marque Jacob&co dans les commentaires. Et à la prochaine.